Hey guys, this is the Toad of Tarot, and welcome to today's card pull. Today is July 12th, 2020. So the card I pulled for today is the Sun. This little fella here is Dan. I finally figured out the difference between Dan and Wiggins, so I know that this is in fact Dan. He will lean into this a lot more than the other fellas. It's a defense thing. He's pointing his parotid glands at me so that if I try to eat him, I will get poisoned. But I wouldn't, so. He's a cutie. He's the smallest one. So the card I pulled is the Sun, so light, yay. So just kind of looking at it, I see like a child riding a horse with the sun in the background. See, this is kind of like one of the issues with this deck that I don't like, is that it's not as like descriptive as the Rider-Waite-Smith one. But I'm gonna do what I can with this. So I know that, like, you know, child, kind of like youth and inexperience, but maybe like kind of like that childhood hope, that, like, you know, that innocence. I think I'm gonna go to the book for this one. Since this is the Everyday Tarot deck, I will use that guidebook. Alright. It says, "You are surrounded by warmth, radiance, and vitality. You are lit up, energized by possibility, growth, and success. Radiate your light and shine it on the world." So that's what the book says. I probably should have prepared this a little better. This is what my little guidebook says: growth, enlightenment, and personal power. So I guess this would be like kind of hope for the future. Maybe that, depending where you are, maybe that the people in your country will grow a little bit. Cough, cough. So, I don't know, because I see like the flag and stuff, and it makes me think kind of like, I don't know, like you're fighting for something or whatever. The horse, riding a horse, like going into battle for something. Yeah, so the reason I used this deck is because I did a card pull with this one, and I'll share it with you. I'll kind of put that one to the side. Otherwise, I would have used this deck, but I felt like this, well, I pulled this the other day, and then I pulled this with it, but it kind of felt like a little close to home. And when I was like picking these, because I like overhand shuffle, I guess that's what it is, to get like the flyaway cards. So I got these two, and when I cut it like in half, this was at the bottom of the deck, but I didn't pull it. And when I had these two, I was like, okay, I need to find like the message for everyone and not me. So when I did that, I got this, which is a little freaky, since that's the card I saw and didn't pull, and then did it again and pulled it. So this is the conflict, well, not the conflict card, but you know, I see conflict in it. And I said when I pulled this last time, that instead of like fighting, you need to just like talk about it. So then I would say that, like, you know, not actually fighting and just like working it out brings like kind of like a union and a peace between the group. I know this is like a family card, so it's kind of like a family that's close together, and happy under the rainbow. And the Wheel of Fortune is kind of like, well, I see it as like things can go good, things can go badly. It's kind of like in the universe's hands. You might not really have control. I probably should look at the book for these, but that's just how I see it, because this, to me, relates to what I'm going through. I figured I'd still share it just because it happened, and maybe it'll relate to you in some way. So, yeah. I almost feel like this is kind of mocking my current situation. I mean, obviously, I don't think the cards would mock me, but maybe it's like, I don't know. I mean, I like, I'm trying to speak about stuff and not actually say it, but family stuff. So I'm kind of feeling like, even though um, stuff kind of feels like this, it is more like this, but stuff's happening where I don't know what the future is going to be like, so it really does kind of feel just like Wheel of Fortune, spinning a wheel, and where's it going to land? So it's a little creepy. I say as I'm like reading tarot cards. Of course, it's going to say stuff that hits close to home. That's why I pulled this one to ask what like the general message of the day for everyone is, and not just me. And then I kept pulling cards, and it kept like, you know. So yeah, I'll stop this video here because it's a little long. If you even stayed this long. I have a Patreon that's linked in the description. I have an Etsy shop, but I think I'm going to put everything on Redbubble or something else instead, because I don't have the means to print art prints. I was just using a regular printer, and that is not working, so I have to kind of like have somebody else do it, because I don't have the demand to do it at home and like, buy a really nice printer or something yet. So, I'll keep you updated on that. Maybe I'll do that today, because tomorrow my summer class starts, and I'm really nervous about that. So, hopefully, I'm gonna try to still do this every day, but if I don't for some reason, or it's later in the day, that's why. My class starts at 1, so hopefully I get out of bed at a reasonable time to do these. I'll stop rambling. There'll be another video like right after this one. It'll probably be up later because it takes a long time to upload. Kind of like going through all the cards that I pulled this week. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you then and tomorrow. Bye.